reported to have had a slight low blood count on his return to the stables. He's a 10-to-1 shot, ridden by Graham Bradley. Well, he's a horse that I like. He was unlucky, I think, at Cheltenham in the Sun Alliance, but at Aintree he certainly made up for that defeat. You can see him here now, really going on from the Langholm Dire, and just watch now as he gets a super jump there, a little bit close if anything, but he's a big horse and gets away with it really well. But as the flat run in here is faced in front of him, he doesn't shirk the challenge at all. The Langholm Dire really powering on there, but Stearsby carries on going, head down, really battles. He really, I suppose, stamina is his forte too. As you can see here, nothing is finding any foot. He's just staying on well. Well, I think that was a good run. He turned the form round with several horses from the Cheltenham race and comes home in the end a good winner. Looks well, doesn't he, in his coat? Got a shine there. Two of Jenny Pitman's horses, Corbiere on the right, Stearsby on the left, Graham Bradley in the saddle, as of course Graham McCourt is on an enforced holiday at the moment. Let's see how they bet. Orders, over to you, Peter.
9-2 the field, and this could be a first-timer. The starter just wants him a little bit further back off the tape. Tackroy turning to come in again. 4-pound overweight for Pule Davis. And that's it. They're running. Come by and Trisker and Corbiere and Fitzherbert on the outside as they run downhill. 22 fences to be jumped. The first of the ditches will be number 2. And as they swing left-handed, it's Come By from Trisker and Corbiere and Fitzherbert, and Knockhill on the inside. Then comes Dark Hansel and Bally Task and Ballymellan and Why Forget, and then Jim Brook and Stearsby and I Haven't a Light, and Tackroy and Covent Gardener. Behind them Catchphrase, Lucky Vein and Mac Oliver are the back markers at the moment, as Come By takes them along towards the first fence from Trisker in second and Corbiere, the previous winner, in third. Then comes Knockhill and Dark Hansel and Fitzherbert and Why Forget and Bally Task on the inner, and then Ballymellan and Stearsby, Jim Brook and Covent Garden. But Come By is going to jump the first in the lead. Great big horse he is, jumps it beautifully, and all safely over the first as they come to the first of the ditches. Come By in the lead from Trisker and Corbiere and Knockhill and Dark Hansel. And Catchphrase just a little bit slow at the ditch. Come By lands in the lead over the third. From Trisker, Corbiere in third. Then Dark Hansel and Knockhill and Stearsby and Ballymellan as they come to the water for the first time. Come By, Trisker and Corbiere, Knockhill and Dark Hansel, Stearsby and Ballymellan and Why Forget and Covent Garden and Fitzherbert and Bally Task and I Haven't a Light on the inside. Mac Oliver making ground. Catchphrase next over the fifth. Come By from Trisker and Corbiere, Dark Hansel, and behind them Knockhill. Right at the rear of the field, Tackroy and Lucky Vein at the moment as they jump the sixth. Come By from Trisker, Corbiere, Knockhill, Dark Hansel and I Haven't a Light and Ballymellan, and these being followed by Stearsby and Mac Oliver and Covent Garden and Why Forget, and behind them Catchphrase, then Jim Brook and Bally Task. Still the back marker is Lucky Vein as Come By races towards the home stretch on the first circuit. From Corbiere and Trisker, little gap then to Dark Hansel, then comes Knockhill and Stearsby, and behind Stearsby is I Haven't a Light, then Why Forget. Coming down to another plain fence, the far side as we see them, number 7 is Come By from Trisker, little between the two. Corbiere jumped it third and Dark Hansel 4. Another ditch this time. Come By over on the far rail, Trisker with the sheepskin noseband, Corbiere nearest to us, behind them Dark Hansel and Ballymellan and Stearsby and Knockhill. Over the 9th, Trisker and Come By together from Corbiere third, Knockhill, over on the far rail, then Darkhansel and Ballymilan and Stearsby and I Haven't a Light and Jim Brook and Catchphrase and Covent Garden and Why Forget. And now to the fence that'll be the last on the next circuit. Come by on the far side, number 11 this time. Trisker and Corbiere and Knockhill and Darkhansel and Stearsby, then Catchphrase and Jim Brook and Ballymilan and Why Forget. And behind them come Covent Garden and Mac Oliver and I Haven't a Light. Little gap then to Lucky Vane. Behind Lucky Vane is Ballytask, then Tackroy and Fitzherbert's now the back marker, and Come By is still just the leader, and all 17 who set out are still standing in this Coral Welsh National, with Come By leading the field. From in second place, Trisker. Just in behind Trisker as they swing left-handed is Corbiere, then Stearsby and Knockhill. Catchphrase on the outside, then Jim Brook and Darkhansel, then Why Forget and Covent Garden and Ballymilan, and then Mac Oliver, and behind Mac Oliver is I Haven't a Light, and then Lucky Vane, Ballytask, Tackroy and Fitzherbert. Still Come By from Trisker and Corbiere. Stearsby and Catchphrase. Behind them, Knockhill and Darkhansel. Behind Darkhansel is Jim Brook, who's going well with Lorcanwire. Then comes Ballymilan, and then Covent Garden, and then Why Forget and I Haven't a Light as they come to the 12th now. Come By, Trisker and Corbiere. Over the 12th ahead of Stearsby and Catchphrase and Knockhill. Behind Knockhill is Jim Brook and then Darkhansel. Lucky Vane with a lot to do at the moment as they jump the third ditch. Come By, the leader, from Trisker and Corbiere and Stearsby. Then Knockhill and Darkhansel have fallen there. Darkhansel has gone. Made a very mad mistake, gave his rider no chance. Tackroy has been pulled up. Come By is the leader over the water from Corbiere, who's gone second. Stearsby on the inside, mistake there by Knockhill. Then comes Catchphrase. Trisker made a mistake too. Come By still from Corbiere, 7 out. Stearsby on the inside. Catchphrase, behind Catchphrase, Knockhill, behind Knockhill, Jim Brook. Then comes Trisker, then Mac Oliver. Behind Mac Oliver is Why Forget. Then Lucky Vane making a little bit of progress. That's 6 from home. Come By from Stearsby now. Corbiere back in third. Jim Brook still making progress. Catchphrase still well in the picture as they swing left-handed. Stearsby on the inside. Come By on the outer. Corbiere in third and Catchphrase 4. And these 4 clear of Jim Brook. Behind Jim Brook is Knockhill. Behind Knockhill is Mac Oliver. And then Lucky Vane making steady progress from the rear, but got too much to do. Racing towards the home turn now with 5 fences left to jump. And it Stearsby towards the right. Come By with the sheepskin noseband in the center. Corbiere on the near side as they come down to this next fence, 5th from home. Stearsby, the younger horse, lands in the lead from Come By second, Corbiere third, and Catchphrase 4. Coming down to the final ditch now. As they do so, the ex-novice, 4 from home. Stearsby with the advantage from Come By in second. Third is Corbiere. Coming down now to the third last, and as they do so, it's Stearsby for Jenny Pitman from Come By, then also Pitman trained on the near side, Corbiere. Behind them is Jim Brook making progress. Behind them come Catchphrase, then Mac Oliver, then Lucky Vane still making ground. Racing now down to the second last. Stearsby with the advantage from Come By, Corbiere and Jim Brook. Stearsby landed clear then as they come down now to the final fence. It's Stearsby, a 7-year-old, in the lead now from in second place. Come By, then comes Jim Brook. Stearsby over clear, and he's established an unassailable lead as they race up towards the line. It's Stearsby being chased by Jim Brook and Mac Oliver towards the stand side, but Stearsby's going to hold them all. And as they come to line, Stearsby's won the Coral Welsh National. It's a photo for second between Mac Oliver and Jim Brook, and then came Corbiere. Behind Corbiere was Come By, then Lucky Vane. Behind Lucky Vane was Catchphrase, and then Knockhill and Covent Garden and Fitzherbert, and behind them Why Forget and I Haven't a Light. The judges called it, in fact, a third. The winner first, number 2, Stearsby, owned by Mr. Terry Ramsden, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pitman, ridden by Graham Bradley. Second, the judges called it Second, number 13, Mac Oliver, owned by A.J. Bingley Limited, trained by Mrs Jenny Pitman, ridden by Mark Perrott. And third, number 4, Jim Brook, owned by Mrs M. Knoll, trained by Peter Easty, ridden by Lorcambois. Fourth, number 11, Corbiere. So a 1-2-4 for Jenny Pitman. Here's the winner, and here's how he won it.
Yes, well, there were 3 or 4 horses going well a mile out, and one of them was Dark Hansel in the pale colours, pale blue and pink, just behind the leaders, going well in about 5th place, but unfortunately just hit the top of the fence, and Simon Sherwood was unable to keep the partnership intact there. Rather Morton hitting the top of the fence, hit it very hard indeed, in fact, and Simon's come out of the side door. Well, Stearsby was cantering by now. He got a little bit close to the third last, but he had a lead of 3 or 4 lengths coming to the second last, and Brad's asked him to jump it well, just gave him a slap down the neck coming to it. Cumby's plugging on, he'd always been in the van, and Corbiere also. At the second last, just that little smack to get him right again, Stearsby. He'd been in Brad's hands until now, and he's got an unassailable advantage. Coming from a long way back is Mac Oliver, who's run a terrific race. Cumby's in second, Corbiere running on really well in third, Jim Brook under pressure, and what's Graham Bradley going to do at the last? In fact, his mount does it for him. He comes up beautifully for him, ears pricked, and Jenny Pitman's going to win her 3rd Welsh Grand National in 5 years with this inexperienced horse carrying second top weight, and Brad just makes sure and rides him out. Ears pricked, a great battle for second place, and here comes Mac Oliver, Jenny Pitman's outsider of 3, coming with a great run on the outside, as Corbiere can only gallop on 1 pace. Jim Brook also runs on terrifically well. But up front, it's the Terry Ramsden colours. This horse who Jimmy told you, if you were watching before, wasn't at his best in the Hennessy. Mac Oliver is second, Jim Brook is third, and gallant old Corbiere is fourth.
So a 7-year-old wins it for the 5th year in succession. 6 lengths and half a length. And there's Jenny to the left, and what a marvellous performance to train the 1st, 2nd and 4th. Be Friendly's son, Mac Oliver, running on to be 2nd, and the old man, Corbiere, in 4th place. Just Jim Brook there in the background, interrupting an amazing 1-2-3, as it would have been with 3 runners. The starting price is as follows.
Calls them in.